including right now when we have breaking news, a ruling just issued in the disqualification hearing involving Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Judge Scott McAfee is deciding if Willis can prosecute. We have just gotten the document. That decision has been made.
Right now, Mark Winnie, investigative reporter Mark Winnie, is there at the Fulton County Courthouse. And Mark, you just got the ruling. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? And what is it?
All right, here is the core of his decision. It's on page 17 of this 23-page document. The court therefore concludes that the prosecution of this case cannot proceed until the state selects one of two options. The district attorney may choose to step aside along with the whole of her office and refer the prosecution to the prosecuting attorney's counsel for reassignment. Then he says, alternatively, SADA Wade, that would be Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, can withdraw, allowing the district attorney, the defendants, and the public to move forward without his presence or remuneration, distracting from and potentially compromising the merits of this case. So basically, Judge Scott McAfee has said, yes, Fani Willis and her whole office can step aside, or Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade can step aside, and the DA's office can then remain in control of the prosecution of the election interference case. I think that we have not been able to reach the DA's office yet for reaction, but I think that a lot of people will be betting on the Nathan Wade option. We're going to keep going through this document. We'll have more when we come back later, but I will read this sentence also. Ultimately, dismissal of the indictment is not the appropriate remedy to adequately dissipate the financial cloud of impropriety and potential untruthfulness found here. He then cites a case. There has not been a showing that the defendant's due process rights have been violated or that the issues involved prejudiced the defendants in any way, nor is disqualification of a constitutional officer necessary when a less drastic and sufficiently remedial option is available. And so then again, Scott McAfee, the judge in the election interference case, gave the DA two options. Whole office steps aside, or Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade steps aside. I'm going to, if you'll just bear with me here, we just got this order. I'm going to scroll down to one other important part.
Winnie, we appreciate that. We know you're just getting this information here. Many pages in this document. What again are you pulling out now?
All right. Here's the end of the order. After consideration of the record established on these motions, the court finds the allegations and evidence legally insufficient to support a finding of an actual conflict of interest. However, the appearance of impropriety remains and must be handled as previously outlined before the prosecution can proceed. The defendant's motions are therefore granted in part and denied in part. So one might say both sides are getting something out of this order. However, practically speaking, had Fani Willis and her entire office been disqualified totally, I think there's a good body of thought out there that the case against Donald Trump that was indicted by a Fulton County grand jury, Donald Trump and others, to which he's maintained his innocence, would effectively go away, that there would be no other DA's office in the state of Georgia that would have the resources and the will to prosecute this case. Of course, it appears now we'll never know if that's true. That's just interpretive reporting, analysis, because now Fani Willis has the option to move forward depending on what Nathan Wade does. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.